Oh yeah. It's time. I'm actually making a lot of progress in this book, believe it or not. Let me turn my reading light on. I think there's only like, there's more chapters than there were in the, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. There's more chapters than there was in the original, well, I shouldn't say original, but like the other book, the book 2, Learn My Lesson. This one has 30? Let me double check. There's 28, 29, 30. Yeah, 30 chapters. So we're a third of the way through the book. Believe it or not. This might not... I don't know, it's not... I don't know if I've gotten better at reading or I was just reading faster. But I went through like 5 chapters on the last stream, but granted I was reading for like 3 hours, so it's a fair point. Anyway, who's here? We got the cover. What happened last time? Let's find out. Oh, that's right. They were all in the bed together. Right. Right, yes. Oop, Hades popping in. Little sneak peek from Hades. Alright. So, oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, last time I was ranting about, Katee Roberts always, finishing by saying, this person follows me over the edge. Because, for some reason, everybody has to spread their mozzarella cheese at the same time, otherwise the pizza doesn't come out quite correctly. Anyway. Building the stamina for this poopy. You're right. It's like once I get to the, maybe if I read a couple more books like this, I'll have the, I need to fucking, oh, I've lowered my mic too much. Ah, shit. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, like once I read more books like this, I could just power through them in like one stream. It'd be like 7-hour stream, and I'll read the whole fucking book. God, that would be satisfying, actually. Unlike Gaeton, who probably doesn't feel very satisfied. Anyway, chapter 10 is from Isabell's perspective. I'm still recovering from what we just did when Gaeton crawls up the bed to flop onto his back next to me.
Come here, Isabell.
There's a depth of so many things in his sweet, supple, deep, handsome voice. But I focus on the lust because it hurts the least. I put my hand in his and let him pull me up to straddle his chest. He's so big, I'm spread wide just to maintain my perch. Gaeton drags his thumb over my pineapple topping, and I shiver in response.
Sir?
The edge is just so exciting, right? I like to imagine it's the edge of a cliff. Just, you know, because these characters, they always go over it so much. Thankfully, there's somebody there to catch him. It's a very small cliff. It's like a legend Pokemon. Oh my god. Is it called a ledge because it's a little edge? Ledge? Why is a cliff not called a cledge? Wait. Then why is it called a sledgehammer? What does that mean? Internet is A-okay? Oh, nice, bunny. Nice. There's no sledgehammers in the book. No. Oh my god. Oh, buddy, you're sucked in now. Now you have to deal with the pizza making again. That's, yeah, okay, so I'm pretty sure every time in the Learn My Lesson book, and also every time so far in this book, 2 or more people have finished at the same time. There has never been, like, it has not been like one person has finished, and then the other person, or, you know, the other person has finished like a page or two later, and then, you know, then progressing on after the scene. Like, no. In order for the scene to end, everybody has to spread their mozzarella cheese. This is worse than anime. No, it's great. It's great. I want to read this like it's a documentary. Unfortunately, I can't. Anyway, I'm already shaking my head. No.
Yeah, well, bae.
His grin widens, though it doesn't reach his eyes. He gives my pineapple topping another lazy bite.
We're going to play a game. Next to you is a controller for Sonic 06. You need to play it. Please.
But I don't want to play it, Gaeton.
Isabell, please. My mother bought it for me when I was 6. You gotta play it. Please.
How poly the bell is? Wait. Oh, right, the fucking... Well, okay, Moby, here's the thing, right? You're lucky you didn't actually see the full effect of the Hercules picture. I think I still have it here somewhere. Yeah, good old Hercule. So, the thing with the Hercules one, right? Notice the artifacting? Like the horribly cropped PNG that's got like fucking little dots and shit everywhere. Like it's just been like cut out with a pair of scissors from a backboard. That's the official fucking artwork, by the way. It just looks like that. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Fuck it out. Anyway.
Would you like to play a game?
Alarm bells peal through my head, but I'm too busy trying not to rock my pizza against his chest like some wanton creature to listen. Okay.
Yeah.
What did I use this word for? Oh. Maybe I could spice it up by using a different word for this. No, I shouldn't do that. That's not very censored if I do that. It's fuzzier than the other ones. That is because it is heavily zoomed in though, to be fair. Professionals have standards, that's true. That is very true. Disney has a very low bar. Very low. I'm also just trying to think. I want to use a better word for this, but the problem is I don't know how to describe. I don't know what word to use, because I want to use the fur word, but I don't know if that's worth it. But how do you make it harmless? No. I mean, see, the problem is, I feel like if I use any other word, it's just as bad as the swear that's in here. Oh! No, I got it. No, okay, no, I can't keep a straight face.
You're a dirty little gamer who's sharing 2 men.
His voice is warm, handsome, deep, devoid of anything but need, full of ooh-woos. I still jerk back. Don't.
A game, Isabell. You're a gamer.
Oh, sorry. It wasn't Gaeton that said this. A game, Isabell. This is from Beast, who's propped himself up on the pillows next to us, close enough to touch if he wanted, but he makes no move to do so. Your pizza still aches to be filled up, doesn't it? Honesty. I promised honesty. I close my eyes. She has not been honest this entire time. I close my eyes, but it somehow makes it worse, so I open them again. Yeah. The amount of times. Oh my god. Nigeria Falls. Also, yes, full on gamer. If I could somehow censor this to just be like them playing a game, I would. Maybe I'll try that. I'll give my best attempt. Wait. Okay. I'm sorry, there's a lot of game talk, so I think they are a lot of game. I'm skim reading in advance, and there's a lot of word game being thrown around. So if I use the word game to censor something, it's gonna get real fucking confusing real fast. In that case, I'll change this other word then. Close enough to touch if he wanted, but he makes no move to do so. Your controller still aches to be filled up, doesn't it? Honesty, you promised honesty. But somehow makes it worse. Oh, you know, that's what I was gonna say. Alright, the first time I reeled and cringed in my chair is because Katee Roberts, I don't know if this is just a this book kind of thing, because it did not happen in the first book, or at least I didn't notice it until now, but she repeats things very often, or at least does something and then takes that thing back, like in the same sentence, and it fucking blows my mind. Anyway, yes. Beast's lips curve the tiniest bit, though his eyes stay cold and watchful. Imagine you just left my bed. My gamer juice is dripping down your thighs, but it's not enough. You want to feel a little bad, don't you? A little wrong, a little dirty, a little gamer. How does he do this to me? He keeps drawing for the dark parts of me that I've done my best to hide. Gaeton touches my chin, and I'm helpless to do anything but open my eyes. He's not smiling now. Hang on. So hard to write with one hand. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I imagine that's what Katee Roberts was doing when she was writing this. See, the problem is I use a word in a previous sentence. It's the same word, by the way, that I've previously censored, but I cannot use the same censor again in the next line because it's used in a different context. And man, swear words are very flexible. This is your lesson. Swear words like the word fuck and shit can be used in many contexts, and it's really difficult to replace that word with another one and have it still give the same meaning. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. Obviously those two words are not the words I'm fucking trying to find now. Okay, alright. Alright. That's why we use them so much. You're not wrong, actually. Because they're so freeform. They're like sentence enhancers. Can I find that SpongeBob clip? Yeah, sentence enhancers. I hope I don't get fucking DMCA'd for this. Hold on.
Why, yes it is, SpongeBob. This day is particularly lovely.
How right you are, Patrick. Ooh, you're right, Patrick. My lips are tingling from the spiciness of this conversation.
Yeah, mine too.
I feel like my brain cells are fucking tingling from the spiciness of this book. Anyway. Sentence enhancers. No, it shouldn't be mopey. It absolutely should not be. Like, because again, if you're called Beast, if your name is Beast, the first thing that comes to my mind is a hairy lumberjack, full on like big old chest hair. All right, he's got a full on huge beard and shit. Like that's the person I envision when I hear the word Beast. Okay, not some scrawny white guy with a fucking short ass haircut, light brown hair, fucking little pompous princey fucking cunt. Like I don't like, obviously this is not in the book, but it's just, I don't know much about Gaeton to understand why he's the Chad, the bigger like gigolo. Like I don't understand, because what I all right, it doesn't matter. I know in the movie when Beast turns back into a human, he's like a fucking he's a little scrawny bastard, but you know. Anyway, oh yeah, he's not smiling now.
You want your gamer sweat on my controller while you're still flushed with what he did to you.
He pinches my pineapple topping between the fingers of his other hand, making me jump.
And then, when you're done with me, you want him to bend you over the nearest piece of furniture and game with you again. Hell, well, I bet you'd get off on his gaming if he's... Wait, if his... Wait. No, that's proper English. Is it? All right. It's just there's like a comma missing to make it make sense, but I bet you'd get off on his gaming with you if you were right in front of me. Wait. Of rubbing it in my face, like as if I wasn't gaming you. That I wasn't.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this how it normally is, for the love of God, because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Hell, I bet you'd get off on his fire trucking you right in front of me, of rubbing it in my face, if that wasn't enough for you. And then, as soon as he's finished, you'd come straddle me and do the same to him.
Sorry, they were just gaming really hard. He brushes the bottom of my lip with his thumb.
All day, Isabell. His controller, and then mine, and then his again. And when you ache too much for more, we'll take turns eating that pizza.
My mind has gone terrifyingly blank. But
today, we're passing you back and forth just like you deserve.
He gives my pineapple another squeeze.
Do you want to be a little gamer today?
There's only one answer. There was only ever one answer. I don't even have to stop to remind myself to be honest this time. Yes, I want all that. Everything you said. Make me a little gamer. Gaeton looks up at me. Poggers. He doesn't say that. There was a time when I could read every thought when I could read every thought sorry, hold on. There was a time when I could read every thought There was a time when I could read every thought as it passed through his... That's not fucking proper English. Hold on a second. Two controller gaming all night. Fuck yeah, up with the homies. Yeah, be playing until dawn. I don't know. Yeah, I am having a stroke. What is this other word supposed to be? There was a time when I could read every thought as it passed through his mind. Oh, had. There was a time when I could read every thought it had as it passed through his mind. Where the fuck is had, Katy Perry? I mean, Katee Roberts. Sorry, Jesus Christ. My bad, my bad. No offense to Katy Perry. I don't know who that is. Sorry. As it passed, there's it in front of it though. There's just a word missing. That's all. Anyway, he never bothered to hide them from me. Trusted me enough to be an open book for me, to read it at my leisure. Or, at least that's what I used to think. Now, I know better. Also, you know what that just makes me realize? You know what just realized? She didn't fucking learn anything from the last book. You know, Katy Perry, they're a singer, right? They make music? I'm not gonna look them up. I refuse to look them up. I don't know what songs they were responsible for. I just know that they're a musician of some kind. That's the extent of my knowledge on who the fuck Katy Perry or Perry the Platypus is. I'm not 100% sure. You're gonna pop in a very like fucking popular song in chat, aren't you? Now that I probably would have heard before. I cannot tell you. I can't give you any like songs that I think she's made, because I know it'll be wrong. It'll 100% be wrong. Anyway, now I know better. Gaeton may be an open book, but he was in a language that I only vaguely understood. He traces his hand down my body and to land on my hips and gives them a squeeze.
No.
Shock makes me flinch. What?
No. We're not playing that game. I want to play Minecraft now. We shouldn't be playing any fire chucking game.
He lifts me off him and is already moving before I land on the mattress, climbing to his feet and stalking into the bathroom. The door slams shut behind him. He's got a bit of gamer rage, and the shower turns on a few seconds later. I can't believe the furious gamer that he is. Firework. Oh, she made those songs. Okay, okay. Goddamn Katy Perry. Also, something else that I've just noticed, I skimmed ahead a little bit, that Katee Roberts likes to do is repetition. Again, I don't think there was many or much repetition in the previous book, but this one certainly has a fucking shitload. The other thing as well, I think I know why that typo is there. It might just be like, you know, whatever, it's just one typo, whatever, move on. All right. But I wonder if that's because she's projecting onto the main character. The main character in this sense is Isabell. When like she's putting herself in the shoes of Isabell, all right, and being like, yeah, that is what I want, and then she's like, oh fuck yeah, and then suddenly there's a typo, like, whoops, just gonna forget about that one. I want to know if hypothetically she did proofread this book before publishing it, how many more typos could there have been? How many? I wonder. Anyway, I feel like he turned my world upside down and then gave it a shake for good measure. I pull my knees to my chest and wrap my arms around them. I don't even know what position she's in right now. Did he do it on purpose to hurt me? I don't really expect an answer. Gaeton may have been the touchy-feely type, but Beast never was. It's part of what I loved about him. That he had depths I knew I could spend years swimming through and never reach the bottom. Layers even, like an onion. Beast is a mystery in so many ways. A year apart has only increased the mysteries he keeps from me. He touches my chin exactly where Gaeton did, guiding me to look at him. For once, he's not an icy wall. He's on fire. He's furious and hurt. Beast drops his hand. Time might heal all the wounds, but it doesn't mean a damn thing when the specter from your past comes bursting through all the progress you've made. What do you want from him, Isabell? He inhales slowly, very slowly. I can see his chest expand, his pectoral muscles widen, and that book didn't say that. And I can actually see him tucking away his anger. He agreed to this, but he doesn't like it. Cut him some fire trucking slack. Finally, I have something to cling to be... Sorry, it only said finally twice. I have something to cling to beyond confusion, and what little pride I have left. I embrace the anger that rises within me wholeheartedly. I didn't set the terms for this, either. You did. You both demanded honesty, and then make me pay for giving it to you. Don't act like I came back into your lives because I wanted to play with your controllers and your hearts at the same time. That was your decision. Yeah, it was. He moves over the bed and stands. Which is why I'm taking responsibility for it. That's a first. Why can't I stop talking? It's never been a problem before, but I feel like these men have ripped me open and stripped me of everything I thought I knew. They're gonna make me play Minecraft next. Even when I was cursing their names last night, I enjoyed every moment, cursing them, placing hexes on them, making sure their bloodline writhes in pain. Even when Beast puts me on display for a stranger and humiliating me with his words, I soaked up that feeling like a love-starved creature, like a starfish, desperate for water. And this morning, I still haven't processed what we did this morning. I want to die. Why does she keep doing that? Maybe it's Isabell. It has only happened during Isabell's sections? It might be Isabell. And this morning, I still haven't processed what we did this morning. Every page has some level of repetition. I don't know if it's to pad out the length of the book, but like, if you cut out every time she rewrote the same line or the same word in the same sentence, man, oh man, there'd be a whole chapter missing from this book. I didn't feel the same as last night when Beast began moving at my back, both of us still mostly asleep, when Gaeton slipped down the bed and started sucking Beast's controller, which is very strange because it was covered in gamer sweat, when he licked my pineapple while Beast fire trucked me. No, I should change that to gamed with me. I tried doing that before, but it didn't fit very well. Anyway, while Beast gamed with me, none of that felt like a carefully directed scene. It just felt like us. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure it means anything at all. I don't know, Isabell. Maybe it means a lot more than that. Still, I feel like the production for having a oh jeez, the next page, oh Jesus, I feel like in the production of getting something published, in order for it to be in the hands of a consumer, it would have to go through some channels, and somebody along those lines would have to have proofread this. Somebody would have sat down and read these books. If not, if it's easy enough for like anybody to publish anything, like did Katee Roberts even publish this, or was it self-published? I think it was self-published. No? Editing by Manuela Velasco. I don't know who that is. Huh. Created by Vellum. Interesting. Oh. I have just noticed something, by the way. I didn't read this before, but I think you guys at home might be interested in reading this little paragraph right here. This part might get me fucking banned, but we'll see. We'll see, alright. He didn't do a good job. Damn right. But let me read you this. This is right at the start on page 1 after the little cover. It says, "No part of this book may be reproduced in any form or by any electronic or mechanical means, including information storage and retrieval systems, without written permission from the author, except for the use of brief quotations in a book review." Now, I'm highly... Yeah, so, you know, scanning, uploading, distribution of this book without permission. Yeah. Other than review purposes. So can we file this under review purposes? Because I'm gonna file this under review purposes. Analytically critiquing Katee Roberts' book, part fucking 26 of 50. Alright, this is what we're at now. That's what I'm filing it under. Alright. Everybody take note of how fanfic writing really goes in the world, you know? If you wanna get at Disney, that's how you do it. Anyway. Exactly. Mopey, that was the that's the gray area I was thinking of, because oh god, Bunny, what could this be? Holy fucking shit. I can't click on that. I'll throw it up on stream real fast because it's fucking funny. Jesus Christ. It's too real, Bunny. It's too real. Oh shit, what fucking file did I throw that under? Oh god, where did I fucking throw that? Okay, alright, I found it. Jesus Christ. I need to get my saves together. My folders and shit. It's all over the fucking place. There it is. Quite accurate. Like... Bunny, you know what the best part is though? When I earlier this year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop fucking around and organizing my shit for stream. And so I had like a whole folder with, you know, neat little subfolders to organize all my streaming stuff. And at some point this year I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just start just putting shit in one folder. And now it's gotten real bad. It's gotten real bad. Shit and Fuck. I'm waiting for Shit and Fuck 2, the sequel. Katee Roberts is charging like 25 Australian dollars for this book, by the way. Or sorry, I think it's like $20. This is the soft cover. The hard cover, which has the artwork on it, because currently the cover of this book is a mug with the words "The Beast" on it. That's it. That's the extent of the cover of the book. It's not the fancy one in the bottom left-hand corner. That's if you want to spend $45, all right, on the book. Then you get that. And I would fucking buy the Pokemon game instead of buying a book like this, all right? Like, buy Scarlet and Violet. Way better than this. Anyway, I glare up at Beast, hating how tormented I feel. Is the purpose of this to punish me for being a dirty little gamer? Or some kind of PogChamp that entangled you in my web of seduction? That's what you both think, isn't it? That I'm the sole responsible party for how things went so wrong? I am responsible for so much of it, but it's not like I tied them up and forced them to agree to anything. They pursued me for months before I admitted I could pick one of them over the other, and they told me that I didn't have to. My only sin is loving them both and refusing to choose. Isabell, you're so indecisive. They are the ones who decided that dating me at the same time was a good idea, but everyone conveniently forgets that when we talk about the past. Oh, I feel like if I bought if I spent that much money on a book like this, I would want to show it off. I'd want to put it on a bookshelf, probably along with a collection of other Katee Roberts books. But I would never, ever let anyone look at that bookshelf. No, it's like spending money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards nowadays. It's like, it's such a guilty pleasure. You just don't want to do it, and there's nothing wrong with it. All right, like, oh man, I sure do love me some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Oh boy. And then it's like, well, I guess it depends on how nerdy you are, I suppose to say. Like, oh man. Because that being said, though, I did buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards the other day. I'm a fucking like, I'm a fucking fascist. Like, but it's like the equivalent of that. Gonna frame it. Send a picture to kateeroberts.com. Actually, her web zone address is in this. Katie at kateerobert.com. Hell yeah. Wait, that's her email. Wow, I can get directly in touch with Katee Roberts. Just hang it on a wall. I'll put it on my front door so people know what they're getting into. Anyway, Beast looks at me long enough that I have to fight not to squirm. Are you done throwing your fit? My fit? I'm not a child and I'm not throwing a fit. It's gamer rage, you donkey hole. I wanna replace that with a Twitch emote now that I think about it, but I don't know what would fit that, unless I just said Kappa at the end. I'm not throwing a fit, Kappa. Okay, hey, that works. I cover my face in my hands and fight down a shriek of frustration. I barely manage it. Go talk to Gaeton, please. That's what you were going to do. There's nothing left to say here. Wrong, Isabell. Every time he says, sorry, my brain. Every time he says my name instead of princess, it feels like another nail in the coffin of our past relationship. Another reminder of how lengthy the distance between us is. I drop my hands, and to my horror, my throat feels tight. Is it wrong? Samson? Is it really? Samson? Samson? I thought his name's Adam. He jerks back as if I've struck him with the use of his real name. The one that he shared with me the first time he told me he loved me. The one he gave up at the same time that he gave up hope that his past lover was alive. He's been Beast for as long as he's been in Kavar City, and he's given me name. Sorry, fuck, I'm having a stroke. And his given name was one of the few secrets Beast ever divulged to me. Maybe I'm a gamer to use it now, but I don't care. I have no power here. And if maybe I should change that with VTuber, because it's a different word. Okay, maybe I'm a VTuber to use it now, but I don't care. I have no power here, just an avatar. And if they're determined to make me pay for every sin in the past, I'll force them to choke on their experience. E-girl. Even better, Mopey. Alright, from here on out, I'm replacing the B word with e-girl. Excellent. That's pretty good. Anyway. That hurt goes both ways. It always goes both ways. Wait. I've always used the word fire trucking, but never the... Alright. Yes, Isabell. Wrong. There's a monka-ass ton of things left to say. With one last long look at me, he turns around and walks to the bathroom door. He doesn't slam it, but the quiet click as he closes it behind him feels 1,000 times more damning. Gods, I'm going to cry. Tears of rage. I press my hands hard to my eyes, as the dull ache it causes will be enough to stem the burning. Sorry, I keep thinking the sentence will end and then it does not. I knew this would be hard. I knew it would lay down to my very soul. And I still agreed. I have no one to blame but myself. My role in this is to let them work out their anger on me until the time is up. And they splooge home. Sorry, it's used in a different context this time. Come home. I don't know if I can even say that out of context. A sacrificial lamb of sorts. That's it. Only 13 days left. That's quite unlucky, actually. The thought of a hysterical laugh bubbling up. Why did I think this would work? A buzzing cut through my spiral, and I reluctantly drop my hands and open my eyes, and close my eyes and open my ears. That's my phone. No matter what Beast and Gaeton think, my sisters are more than capable of finding this place and busting down the door with a SWAT team in an attempt to save me. The only thing up for debate is whether they'll send in a squad of trained killers or my sister-in-law Muriel, who's basically a serial killer. Personally, I prefer the team before taking on Muriel. She has a way of making people who piss off Cordelia, like a Fire Emblem character, disappear. Maybe the men are not thrusting, they're also probably thrusting in the bathroom. Maybe the men are trusting me to manage Cordelia and Sienna to ensure that this doesn't happen. If that's the case, they have more than faith. If that's the case, they have more faith in me than I expect. There's no time to fix my face. I'm left to scramble for my purse and dig my phone out. Sienna's name flashes over the screen. I took a screenshot. I swiped left. Tinder opened. I swiped right. Oh shit. I shoot a look in the bathroom door and then swipe my thumb over to answer. You have to stop calling. Sure. My sister sounds like a e-girl. My sister sounds entirely too reasonable. But the second we stop calling, we're coming to kill those gamers and save you. So which would you really prefer? Only Sienna could talk about murder with this kind of ease. She categorizes the world into two bins, recycle and general trash. People she cares about and people she doesn't. And I probably count the people in the first bin on one hand. Like the recycle bin. Sienna. My voice doesn't sound quite right, but there's not much I can do about it because the narrator only has one female voice. Hold, please. Why was that like... Oh, Sienna said that, I think? Hold, please. Why would she say that? They're going for a victory royale. If the series ended, what's the last book? Queen Takes the Rose. If that ended with a fucking battle royale in Kavar City with all the different like factions and their own like squads of 4 or whatever team they're fucking going with, and they had a little like battle to the death for who wants to win, who wants to be the winner chicken dinner. All right, I fucking swear to God. Katee Roberts is a big fan of Fortnite, if you couldn't tell. My phone thrills as she initiates a video call. I glare at my screen. Sienna is a big prominent. Sorry, this actually isn't prominent. This is a different word. I must Google this word. Hang on. I think I could probably imagine what it means being used in this context, but I'm just curious. Yeah, there it is. Proponent. A person who associates or advocates a theory, proposal, or course of action. In this case, a course of action. Or proposal? Proponent. The first thing that came to mind was propane, you know, and propane accessories. Oh my god, Bunny. It's the best purchase I ever made. I'll throw it up for Mopey. Holy shit, Bunny. It's right up there, gonna hang it next to the fridge. Everyone's so proud. Oh my god. I feel like if Katee Roberts came out with a book that was $1 million, someone would frame it. Whoa, hold on. There's talk about a pentagram on the next page. I don't know if my Christian brain can take it. Look, Ma. If I feel like this is slightly out of context, but man, if my mother knew I would have paid money for a book like this and then read it in front of an audience, like, I don't know how proud she'd be of that, of what my life has become. Like, yeah, I'll like read it about, you know, gamers and their sweaty controllers and, you know, them gaming late at night. Yeah, that's what I read about. Yep. Anyway, Sienna is a big proponent of talking face to face, and she's one HE double hockey sticks of a human lie detector as a result. But if I ignore her, it's entirely likely that she'll it's likely that she'll follow through on her threats. I sigh and accept the video call. Oh, sorry. Okay, she called before. I thought it was a video call before, and I was like, why is she initiating another video call? No. She's wearing her favorite working clothing. I said that out loud for some reason. I don't know why. It was in quotation marks, so I just read it as though I was, you know, reading it. Which is a graphic t-shirt that appears to depict some kind of cutesy pentagram cutesy pentagram, yeah, like it's her little furry shirt. Her blonde hair pulled back into a no-nonsense ponytail. I am not a woman, so I don't know what a no-nonsense ponytail is, but if I had to make an astute observation and a pure guess, I imagine it is a tightly pulled back ponytail. Like a business ponytail, so to speak, because of the no-nonsense part. That is my guess. Anyway, she never wears makeup, and a tiny petty part of me can't help resenting her flawless beauty. No one will look at her face and tell her she's tired, or ask if she's been sick because she forgot to put on mascara and lipstick today. How could like not be? I don't know what a cute pentagram would look like. A cute kawaii pentagram on her t-shirt. I don't want to begin to fathom how you could uwu a pentagram. I don't want to know that. But I imagine it'd be a very cute pentagram. Like, I worship Satan. Anyway, I try to stop the heat spreading beneath my skin, but it's no use. Oh, sorry. Sienna narrows her eyes at me. You're still in bed. I ignore the question. I ignore the question beneath the question. What? Okay. Okay. Numerous things. I read children's books on stream for the world to you know, subscribe and follow, and you know, so this is one of those humble books. Look, they're all hanging out. It's a nice family book. You know, there's the mother, father, and the older son you know? Yeah, that goes off and gets his own job, and the book is about his life experiences. And, you know, yeah. Nothing weird about it. Anyway, let me read this again just because it made fucking no sense to me. You're still in bed. I try to stop the heat spreading beneath my skin, but it's no use. Instead, I ignore the question beneath the question. I have things under control. I'm assuming question beneath the question means that Sienna alluded to a question but didn't actually say a question. And even though Isabell does not have to respond to the question. Alright, anyway. I should know better by now. My sister leans in and squints. Not just in bed, but you've been gaming. I can see all the gamer sweat pouring off of your veins. She gives a delighted laugh. Which one did you land on? You guys playing the Switch? Or do you have an Xbox 360 over there? That burly beast of a man? Or the one actually called Beast? Which, surprisingly, now that I've said it out loud, why is Beast the one that isn't the huge one? My blush gets hotter, and I don't need to look in the little square depicting my face to know that I've gone crimson. I don't want to talk about it. Too bad. She leans back and tilts her head to the side. Isabell? I already know I'm not going to like whatever she says next. Just like, I know there's no way to avoid it. Yes? You gamed with both of them, didn't you? You have 3 controllers in that house, and you all played Mario Party without me. Not technically. Sienna rolls her eyes. I can't read this next sentence. Because, oh, unless. Okay, no, I can do this. I can do this. All right. The tug of war game. she could tell because of all the sores on her hand what she's been doing. She's been playing Mario Party really hard. Book I read to strangers on the internet about. I have them all framed. It's like a legacy collection. Sienna rolls her eyes. You know damn well that controller in hand action isn't the only thing that qualifies as gaming. So don't play technicalities with me. I know what gaming is when I say it. She gives me a downright chilling smile. So fucking using the word gaming for this is really putting a spin on things, isn't it? Unless you would like to see the gaming education representation I put together for you and Cordelia. Wait. Okay, hang on. I need to look up this word because I don't know how to say it. Like, okay, I know what it would probably mean, but I don't know how it would work in this context. Oh, why not just say in every use? Oh, fuck me dead. I put together for you and Cordelia invariably breed, and I need to, invariably game, and I need to educate my future nibblings. Nibblings? I blink. Nibblings? You mean that wasn't a typo in the book? You really said nibblings? Gender neutral term for children of my siblings. One must never make assumptions, don't you agree? Ah, nibblings. Nibblings. Oh, they had an explanation, Mopey. It's real. It's real. I love my sister very much, but the fact that she's apparently made a presentation to educate any future children that may or may not ever exist. I shake my head and let it go. This is pure Sienna, and asking too many questions is going to result in a headache and no further understanding. I don't think nibblings are something you're going to have to worry about for some time in the future. If ever. I want children in theory, but I don't know if reality can hold up to that desire. Either way, I'm nowhere near ready to take that step. I'd like to be prepared. She waves that away and refocuses on me. It's rather brilliant of you to use gaming to get both of them back on the line. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages. Hang on. Oh. There you go. There we go. Okay. Nieces and nephews. I would love if nieces and nephews were called nibblings. Like that was just the general terms. You've got siblings and nibblings. Sorry, I had to help the missus find out about Bakugan. I haven't watched Bakugan in so long. I kind of forgot it was a thing until just then. Good old fucking Bakugan. I loved that shit too when I was a kid. I had fucking like, I had 3 Bakugans. I had like a little Bakugan deck. I was like, fuck yeah. Oh my god. Nibblings. God. I feel like that's the type of word you'd use for if you're at like a fancy dinner and they had like little a platter of like cheese and crackers and stuff. You'd call that nibblings. Because you'd just nibble on it. Anyway, sorry, they're talking about gaming. Oh yeah. It's rather brilliant of you to use gaming to get both of them back in line. I mean, that's a very accurate and very powerful tool. You can just use gaming to get anybody back in line. You'd be like, hey man, I need you to come back with me. Can you play FIFA real fast? If I beat you in FIFA, will you like, holy shit, if she actually, you know, censoring aside, if she actually used gaming to you know, get these two back, I bet it would work. I bet it would be like, you know, if I can beat you two in Mario Party, will you join me back on the front lines and defend our district? And be like,
we'll never lose in Mario Party.
It's like, yeah, I'm a master at Mecha Marathon.
Well, I'm really good at hot rope jump.
And then, you know, she'll inevitably win because she'll chance time while the star's over and like fucking buy both a PS5. Holy shit.
Oh my god. You'll really get me a PS5? Holy shit, I'll do anything for you, Isabell. Oh my god. I can't even get one of those in Kavar City. You know how rare they are? Like, I was gonna ask Hades for a PS5, and he said I'd have to make a deal. And I wasn't really ready to sell my soul for a PS5, but he made a very tempting offer.
Alright. For such intelligent men, your pizza makes them into... Sorry, should I change that to hands? Because when there's like, you know, controllers and hands, like that's what you do, right? Nah, that would feel weird. Anyway, your pizza makes them into fools. Is it possible to die from mortification? I have a feeling I'm about to find out. Sienna, that's not what I'm doing. How would I know? How would I know what you're doing when you won't tell me? She gives me a sly smile. If you want to insist on playing coy, then I suppose I'll have to keep projecting theories. My next one is you guys are playing Minecraft, and I think Gaeton has invited you to join his Roblox server. And I really think Base is into Fortnite, and that you might have Fortnite danced and flossed for him, and he really wants to join back now that knowing that you can floss. Okay, the book said none of that. Okay. I glance at the bathroom door and lower my voice. The shower is running, the guys are gaming, but I don't want to tempt fate. Okay, I'll tell you, but you have to promise to calm Cordelia down and make her wait until this is over. I promise nothing. You're a gamer, and gamers get what they deserve. Sienna. She huffs out a sigh. Fine. Tell me, and I will calm down. Sorry, tell me and I will calm down Cordelia. Though I'm not satisfied with the answer, I make no promises about my actions, just like a true gamer. It's as good a promise as I'm going to get. I'm in Gaeton's apartment with both of them. I promised them 2 weeks of submission in exchange for their return, and I have to pick one of them at the end of it and stick with that decision. 2 weeks of hardcore gaming? She says in a musing kind of way, and I can already see the wheels in her impressive brain turning. She brightens. So what you're saying is that you agreed to a gamer pact? Where you guys just game endlessly for 2 weeks? No way. Isabell, I don't have the endurance to believe that you're that hardcore of a gamer. Sounds like a great time. You didn't invite me to the gamer party? Oh, you know what? I should have. Oh man, I'm gonna take that back. Hang on. She brightens. Sir, what you're saying is you agreed to a LAN party? No, that's not what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I loved every minute of the LAN party. She shakes her head. Izzy, it might sound like a dream to have them both right now gaming right with you, but it's just gonna make the choice harder when it comes down to it. If you couldn't choose before, how are you gonna choose now? And besides, one of them likes FIFA and the other one likes Minecraft. So how can you really choose? A little LAN party, yeah. It's just where a bunch of gamers get together. I think I've only ever been to like 2 LAN parties in my life, and that time has sorely passed because you can't do that anymore. Or I guess you can, but it's really difficult to set up now. But I think it happened back when like fucking it was one of the Halo games. I forget which Halo game, but everybody brought over the fucking Xboxes and system linked with all the fucking Ethernet cables and shit. It was a fucking grand old day. Alright, fucking loved LAN parties. Will she ever choose her player too? Can never make the choice of player 2. God damn. Anyway, this is a really long chapter, by the way. It just occurred to me that this chapter is still long. This is still chapter 10. I don't know. Oh yeah, can't choose now. I don't know. That's one thing I very pointedly haven't thought about. I'll figure it out when I get there. Would you like me to make an algorithm based on their strengths and attributes? You know, like an RPG, because I know which one's stronger and faster than the other one, and which one is more better suited to make a husband for you. She's speaking faster. Also, I don't think the author wrote anything about the husband stuff in the book. Her mind already 12 steps ahead of this conversation. I'll need some key data from you in order to make it accurate. Make sure you show me what games they're playing and how well they rank. Like, if you guys are going to play Mario Party, I need to know the exact positions that Gaeton and Beast are in. I need to relay them to me in real time. You have your phone on you? Good, good. I'll email you the questions, get them back to me as quickly as possible, and I'll have a logical answer by the end of the week. And you better not use chance time to ruin the odds. Sienna, no. You say Sienna no, but all I'm hearing is Sienna yes. Trust me, Izzy. The heart might lie, but empirical evidence doesn't. She's going to do this. And if I don't fill out the damn forms immediately, she's going to pester me until I do so. Desperate, I grab onto the only thing I can. But you married David without any empirical evidence? She looks at me, like I just made up a name on the spot, and I don't actually know who David is. Sorry. She gives me a look. She pites me. If you think I didn't do a full ancestry DNA history in case I changed my mind about procreating, a background check to rival what the FBI can come up with, and give him a 3-night gaming session trial to ensure our tastes in gaming line up. Izzy, do you even know me? And he really likes the games I'm into. Let me just tell you, Izzy. There's nothing else to say. I try and fail to paste a smile on my face. Thank you, Sienna. An algorithm would be extremely helpful. You're just humoring me, but wait until you see it. It'll help, I promise. She glances over her shoulder. I have to go. I'll hold Cordelia off, but her Pegasus Knights might already be there. But if you change your mind and need us to ride to the rescue, text or call. We will be there. Thank you. My throat is doing that horrible closing thing again. I love you. Love you too. She hangs up, leaving me alone once again with all the things that have gone wrong. I wish I could say that they started last night, but the truth is that they started a long time ago. Maybe back as far as the first time I met Gaeton and Beast. My father keeps his people separate from us, and for good reason. We were always protected in our family home, always had a special security whenever we left the grounds. But they were carefully curated individuals. As such, I didn't meet either Gaeton or Beast until they were promoted to generals 5 years ago. How the fuck old are they? I still remember that ceremony my father insisted on. How proud of them he was. He looked at those two like they were the sons he never had. Not better than his daughters, simply different, almost as if they were built differently. They were both on their best behavior, as shiny as new pennies. I almost read that as gamer, but thankfully I didn't. I had to censor myself there, otherwise I would have said a bad word. But there was an element of danger that drew me, and the way they looked at me. Beast, like he wanted to eat me whole, like a pizza. Gaeton, like he wanted to fall to his knees and worship me in the most sinful way possible, like a gamer. I couldn't have known. I couldn't have known then how the moment would turn into my attempt to date both of them for 2 agonizingly long years before it all went up in flames. I couldn't have known that smiling at them and flirting the tiniest amount would set us on a path that ended with me here, alone in Gaeton's bed, while Beast and he do whatever they're doing in his bathroom, talking, planning, gaming. I like to believe they're gaming. The thought leaves me both icy cold and agonizingly hot. I've used the word agonizingly twice so far. I have to know. I can't let them lock me out. Not as if this is really about me making a choice and not simply a form of penance. I don't allow myself the chance to brace. I simply gather the tattered remains of my courage and the sheet and pad to the door and place my hand on the doorknob and listen to them game and sit down in front of the door and use the word "and" a lot. That's where my strength and anger fail me. Sorry, and anger. Jesus Christ. I can't do it. I don't know why I thought I could. And I turn from the door and walk out of the room and turn the page and chapter 11. Gaeton. Sorry, I went into a bit of an and rant there for a minute. Hang on. Sorry, how long is chapter 11? Oof. Oh, I could do it. I could do one more chapter. I'm thinking about it. Hang on. What does this involve? It seems to be more plot. Man, the F word is so variable in its uses. Because I just saw another instance where I don't think I can use the word gaming. Because now it wouldn't make any fucking sense. I'll probably just switch it around so I can make it work. Maybe. I'm too hesitant on the word gamer now. I like it. I also might change the word to PogChamp at some point. Because I like if somebody were to call me their dirty little PogChamp. Sorry. Let me start chapter 11 and then we'll see how we feel afterwards. Chapter 11 is from Gaeton's perspective. A shower isn't enough to clean off the sick sensation coating my skin. I feel like I'm in the middle of a maelstrom. Currents whipping me this way and that. I want Isabell. I never stopped wanting Isabell. That dirty little PogChamp. Even when every moment away from her drove me out of my mind with jealousy, because I knew she was with Beast, and he was giving her the things I never could. That jealousy might be nowhere in evidence now, but it doesn't change the history. There's too much pain there, too many gamer subs. I had to use that word because of the word ups. It was hyphen ups, so I had to use that word. Please don't sue me, gamer subs. I really like your product. And Beast. That poop is not possible. Or sorry, that poop is not as simple as I've let myself believe. I've hated him and yet trusted him at my back for years. And he was even inside me earlier. All the questions of what if. Sorry, he was gaming with me, my bad. That I haven't let myself contemplate. I'm no closer to finding answers now than I was before agreeing to this. Last night, he gamed with me so hard. This morning, I breathed on his controller. It's one hell of a problem. I know, man. I know. Fucking breathing on someone's controller? Man, that shit's hard to not do. Not that I regret it. I don't. But now that I know what he's like in bed, I'm craving more. This was supposed to be us working through our poop with Isabell. It wasn't supposed to be us working through our poop with each other. I really like the word poop. Another complication I don't want or need. I never should have agreed to this. I pressed my forehead to the cool tile and exhale. The sound almost masks the door opening.
I don't want to talk about it.
Too bad, gamer. Surprise snaps me out of it long enough to turn and face Beast.
Yo!
Got Cheetos dust in his controller. Oh, Moby, you now make me want to add the words Doritos and Mountain Dew to this whole equation. Because, man, if they're gaming and they've got a bowl full of Mountain Dew next to their bottle full of Doritos, man, I'm fucking ready. And yes, I did mess it up the first time and I went with it with the bottle of Doritos. He didn't bother to put pants on before he came in here, and the sight of him naked throws me for another loop. We've participated in scenes together a few times over the last 12 months, but he always keeps his clothes on. Last night is the first time I've seen him naked. I wish I could scrub the sight of him from my mind, just like I want to scrub down that controller he has between his legs. The Tostitos and pizza rolls. Oh, pizza rolls! I know exactly where to use the word pizza rolls. This is turning into quite the gamer book. Scars rope his body from the neck down, as if whoever gamed with him couldn't bear to mar the perfection of his face. Either someone tortured him at some point, or he's been in more knife fights than I can count, or he got real close and personal with Hades. Not to mention, comma, that's what should be there, shot a few times for spice. His enemies left his controller alone. I can't believe they gamed without it. Which might amuse me if I could dredge up anything but the sick feeling in my chest. The piercing at the tip of his controller, the cord, the charging cable in his controller draws my attention, and it takes everything I have to drag my gaze up to his face.
This was a mistake. It was. It was, wasn't it, narrator? You fucked everything. What's he doing with the charging cord?
Last night, I might have agreed with you. Now, he shrugs, we need this.
Which we, Beast? You and Isabell? Or me and you? Sure as a gamer, not me and Isabell. Well, I've worked so gaming hard to keep my anger locked down. Damn near 400 days of seeing Isabell and can't make a polite face like I wasn't dying on the inside like a gamer not being woke. Next to Beast, but half the time I want to wring his graceful neck, and the other half of the time I'm forgetting myself fantasizing about getting Cheeto dust all over his controller.
She was never gonna pick me. There it is. The truth that's eaten me alive since we decided to both date her. I never figured myself for a masochist, but I always am for this woman. I thought that said misogynist for a minute, and I was like, whoa. Whoa. Hold on. I can't do it anymore. I, as a gamer, won't. Beast gives me a long look and starts forward. I have 6 inches on him. Sorry, where are these inches coming from? My controller is bigger than his. I've got an Xbox controller and he's got a DualShock controller, if you know what I'm saying. But sorry, it's a joke to all my gamers in chat. I'm joking. But his presence dominates the space, driving me back a step before I catch myself and plant my feet.
What are you doing?
You missed a spot. And then he's in the shower with me. Too close. Like a gamer kind of close. What the HE double hockey sticks is he doing? He holds my gaze steadily. Turn around.
This is the part where you bash me over the head and toss me out a window.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know, like a gamer. Like you do with all your controllers. Whenever you play Dark Souls.
Beast smirks. If you're not brave enough to give me your back.
Reverse psychology doesn't work on me, gamer.
But he keeps coming. I mean, I wish Katee Roberts. I know, like, I don't know if it's like an Urban Dictionary thing. I don't know, like, how you write the word coming. But, like, I really wish she would use... I know in context, alright. Oh my god, Moby. I don't know if the... Actually, you know what? Because I know the zoom out doesn't quite work with this. Here's what I'll do. Oh. Hang on. I'll give them all some good shrinkage, if you know what I mean, because of the cold water in the bath. You know, that's all right, yeah. They will not grow large again until somebody enlarges them. But there we are. There we are. They've been zoomed out. Sorry, they were gaming? Oh, that's right, yeah. Because she writes coming the same way she writes coming, and no, I will not elaborate on those 2 words. So it's very difficult when used out of context if she actually means it in context. Because earlier, she was like, you know, come or whatever. And it's written the same way as you come to a store, or you know, you come over to a friend's house, and I can't tell half the time if she means the other come, you know? Like if you're, you know, anyway, if you're gaming, another step. We're going to be chest to chest, controller to controller. I look at those sinfully curved lips, and I might have wanted to kill this man more times than I can count in the past, but right now, I really want to game with him. I turn around. It's the lesser of two evils. Beast's hand comes... Sorry. Again, Beast's hand comes around me to get the soap, and then he's touching me, scrubbing my back in broad strokes. It feels good, far better than it has a right to. He's removing all of the gamer sweat from my armpits. But then, I'm still hard as a rock, like Medusa has looked at me. Anything would feel good at this point. Or, at least that's what I tell myself as I brace my hands on the tile, and his touch turns leisurely. I should recognize the trap when I see it.
If her choice was so obvious, it would have stretched out as long as it did. You were the only one who left her.
And then she left Beast. No matter how torn up I feel, I'm not going to rip myself open for this man. You did yesterday though. You ripped your donkey ride open for him. I might trust him with my body. I might want to game with him as... I might really want to game with him a truly absurd amount. I'm not even sure I trust my back in a firefight. And boy, do I love the firefight game mode of Halo Reach. But Beast is not my friend. He's not one to hold confidences without intending to use the vulnerability against me.
This pact was a mistake.
No, I don't think so. This land party is one of the greatest things that's ever happened to us.
Beast's hands move to my sides and then around to my chest. He's not quite pressed against my back, but I can feel him a bare inch away. Yeah, as if he has chest hair that can... Anyway. I go still, barely daring to breathe. His hands coast down my stomach and stop just short of my controller. Which, you know, thankfully it's wireless. So we can still see the TV in the bathroom. He lowers his voice.
Are you furious about the past? Or are you furious because you want my controller in your hands again?
I should change that to my controller in your console again. I think I'm gonna use the word console.
I don't want you.
The lie doesn't sound the least bit convincing.
Do you?
The gamer doesn't move his hands, but doesn't continue the descent. I desperately need him to.
You want me to jack your controller right now? Place it in my hands? Start gaming on Super Mario Brothers?
I can hear the cruel smile in his voice.
You would say no if I got down to my knees and offered some Cheeto dust for your controller.
Each word is a dark temptation brought to light. I stare, unseeing at the tile. I can't breathe. I can't move like a gamer. I can only stand here when he weaves the spell around me. The barest brush of his controller against my bowl of Doritos. Sorry, against the bottom curve of the bowl of my Doritos.
You don't want to sink into Isabell's sweet little pizza roll while I bounce around your bowl of Doritos like I did last night.
like the silver one. Fucking hell. Isabell's pizza roll, and you guys both have a bowl of Doritos. Fucking hell. If I turn around, I'm going to kiss him like a gamer. I'm going to do a whole lot more than kiss him, like two gamers. I try to regulate my breathing, but my body isn't listening. Sorry, I just had to reread that previous bit because, yeah, it totally just said, I'm going to kiss him. I'm going to do a whole lot more than kiss him. Again, I don't have the 5 head of writing fan fiction, so I don't know if these are 2 sentences, by the way. If this is, you know, good English. If I turn around, I'm going to kiss him. I'm going to do a whole lot more than kiss him. That's it. That's, you know, those 2 sentences. Is that good English? Anyway, I'm damn near gasping through each inhale and exhale.
What are you suggesting?
A LAN party of our own.
His fingertips graze my hip bones.
We close this triangle for the next 13 days.
I want that, but...
Why this offer? Oh, sorry, why offer this?
I want a game with you.
He says it like it's the simplest thing in the world, like sitting on the couch with your bro, gaming it out. Makes it sound so fucking easy, doesn't it, Katee Roberts? Couch co-op. I want to play split screen with you, goddammit. He's gotta kiss the homies goodnight. Fucking hell. Oh my god. He says like this, yes, like, he wants to game with me, so he will.
You want a game with me? There's never been a better time to get out of your system, if you want to call it that. You know, gaming with your bro. Cause let me tell you, you've got a sweet pad right here, and I saw that PS5 out front, and I really want to play some games on that, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying. I only own like 3 games for the console. They've barely brought out anything.
That's not true. I've seen Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. That game is worth at least 8 games by itself.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Beast.
Sorry, I got a little off track. It sounds reasonable and simple, which means it's anything but. I don't know, gaming with your bro seems quite simple.
You know better than most that gaming is not that simple. Not with anyone, especially not with us.
Oh, quite the contrary there, Gaeton. Gaming is very simple. Especially nowadays. Nintendo games are by far the easiest. I see you've got the new Kirby game down there. The Kirby Returns to Dreamland again. Such a good game.
Smoking.
You, me, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. You know, Gaeton, I never got a chance to beat that game.
You didn't. But, Beast, there's so many wonderful levels.
And you're gonna show me each and every one of those levels, Gaeton. I want to experience everything with you.
Well, that's easy enough to do, Beast. Here, grab onto my controller.
Oh, thank you, Gaeton. Ooh, you've got a nice hefty controller here.
Yeah, well, I really got a couple of attachments for it in the past. I heard that Nintendo was shipping out a new version of the Joy-Con, so I decided to get my own.
Oh, is it modded?
Yeah, I got a little attachment on the top here, see?
Oh, I see. So you tell him if I just put my thumb here, then...
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa. Hey. It activates an invincibility mode in Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, well, I decided to get the Funky Kong expansion.
Oh, I must say, he is quite funky. As if I just rub right here on this controller,
Yeah, that's right. He does a spin with his surfboard.
Whoa! Narrator, where did you go there? I need you back in business here.
Especially not with us.
Gaeton.
His mouth brushes the spot between my shoulder blades. There, and gone in an instant. And it's everything I can do not to arch back into his touch to invite him to repeat the motion.
Stop thinking about so hard about consequences and tell me what you want.
Oh, fine, gamer. I want you. I just don't like it.
Welcome to the club. The gamer club, that is.
Another slow drag of his mouth across the sensitive skin of my back. And then his hand closes around the base of my controller. Not stroking it, just gripping the edges like he owns me.
Turn around. I need to get a better grip on your controller. It's slipping. My hands are all wet from this gamer grease.
What have I done? What have I done? I've made this book fucking fantastic is what I've done. Thank you, Katee Robert. It's a mistake. I know it's a mistake. Even as I obey his command, he doesn't release my controller as I return. Just uses his whole... Sorry, just uses his old... He's old. I'm sorry. I'm not ye olde English. Just uses his hold to urge me back until I'm pressed against the cool tile.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't get yours earlier.
See, this is why I'm confused with Katee Roberts' like fantastic linguistics. Oh, because it's not on a different line. Even though it looks like it is on a different line, it's not on a different line. No, I didn't. But that's because, oh, that's the least of my issues right now, and Beast knows it. He's offering me a gift of sorts, a distraction from the poop all tangled up in my chest. Now, the narrator is very confused as to why there is poop in my chest, and not my large intestine, but this isn't the book for that. This isn't simple, but compared to dealing with my conflicted feelings about Isabell, it's a walk in the park.
You offering to get me off? Well, that's weird. People don't usually do that, Beast. Well, I don't know what you're getting at.
Oh, you know, something like that.
His lips curve the smallest amount, and the same amusement I glimpsed earlier flickers through his eyes like a flame of gamers. Oh, sorry, hang on. Well, see, now man, the F word, again, incredibly versatile. Like, I can't just replace it with the word gaming or gamer and just have it, like, have the same impact. It doesn't work. In most cases, yeah, but, like, in the case of when you just say, like, the F word by itself with no context, I can't just replace it with the word game or gamer or gaming. It doesn't hit the same. It doesn't, there's nothing I could put there. Like, it's really one of those, like, fancy English words that you can't just grasp. Like, it's really is a good word, you know? Anyway. Oh, what a gamer. But he's pretty. It's easy to forget that, because he's so hard right now. You ever get that feeling when you're gaming, you just get real rock hard? But right now, the only thing hard about Beast is his controller. It's made of some really tough plastic. I swallow past my suddenly dry throat.
Be my guest.
Beast doesn't move.
Say yes.
As if I'm in danger of saying anything else.
HE double hockey sticks. Get Cheeto dust all over my controller, you gamer. Make it good.
He sinks to his knees and gracefully as any subby wubby, despite the thick scar across his thigh that gives him pain when it strains. Sorry, when it rains? I really thought that was strains. It's not. The thick scar across his thigh that gives him pain when it rains. Strange that I know so much about a man I used to want dead more than anything else in the world. I didn't realize back then that Beast wasn't the issue with my relationship with Isabell. He was the fatal flaw. I'm still not sure what was. Even after all this time, maybe it was her independence, her aversion to being tied down in anything resembling a life with a white picket fence or whatever the gamer people wanted. Anyway.
Oh, well, subby wubby. Oh, well, so warm, I heard. Oh, well. Gaeton, what appears to be the issue?
Can't do that. I can't do that. Again, I know she uses... Katee Roberts uses the word sub a lot in her books, but the word subby... the word subby... is that... Now, I want my mind blown right now as much as Gaeton is getting blown. Is subby a real word? Okay, so, Miss Katee Roberts, you can use the word subby despite it not being in the real English dictionary, but you can't use the word cum? Are you fucking joking? Are you fucking joking? Sub is the correct term. Sub, yes. Subby, I don't know. I don't know. Because it's spelled S-U-B-B-I-E. I-E. No. Not Y. Not Y, Mopey. Because if it was Y, it'd make a lot more sense. Alright, because yeah, subby with a Y makes sense. Subby with an I-E is a different kind of subby-wubby. And if you know what I'm bubbling uppy, it's a bit different. I don't like that, looking up the definition for the word subby with an IE gives me very, very, like, you know, worker results. Like, you have to be in a contract with an employer to be considered a subby. Now, or a subcontractor, I'm sorry. A business owners. Oh! Yo! Subbies can be used as business owners? If you own a business, you're a subby-wubby? No way. No way. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Fuck me dead. She should have used submissive, or just the word sub. The word subby implies so much more than just sub or submissive. Fucking hell. So hold on. He sinks to his knees as graceful as any subby. So, in Katee Roberts' word, in her real published book, he sinks to his knees as graceful as any business owner. Yep. Now, I have seen a lot of business owners gracefully fall to their knees when their business goes up in flames and they lose a lot of Bitcoin and a lot of cryptocurrency. But my god, if I ever call them a subby-wubby, holy shit. I know more about the world now. Beast taps my thighs sharply.
Eyes on me, Gaeton.
I obey, just like a subby-wubby, and just like that, I'm not thinking about Isabell. I'm held captive by Beast's baby blues as he gets Cheeto dust all over my controller, and he decides to suck it off with his mouth. I know Cheeto dust is very delicious. And my controller is covered in it. So I'm really happy he's using his mouth to clean it off. He has to fight a little to work himself down my length until his lips meet the base of my controller, right where the charging port is. It feels like a good gamer. My thighs quiver, and I have to lean harder against the wall. He growls low in his throat, and I feel it all the way to my... I can't... I have to... You work in a contract sort of job, so Mopey, does that mean you're a contractor? Are you yourself a subby? Are you a subby wubby, Mopey? Oh god. Mopey. Gotta... I was gonna say you might have to change your name to Subby Wubby Mopey Mantelli Wopey. But anyway. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of another word that you'd put on your controller. That is some sort of attachment to your controller. Oh, I got it. He growls low in his throat, and I feel it all the way to my joysticks. The back of his head hits the tile, and I have to close my eyes.
Gamer!
Beast digs his finger into my thighs. Hard. It's enough to get me looking down at him again. You know what I should replace that with? Oh my god. Okay, so when it's used by itself, I know exactly what to replace it with. Anyway, the back of my head hits the tile, and I have to close my eyes.
PogChamp.
Beast digs his fingers into my thighs. Hard. It's enough to get me looking down at him again. Enough to know that I'll be sporting bruises from his fingertips later. That thought should bother me. This man isn't my dom. Oh, so use the word dom, but not dummy-wummy. Even if he wants to come to some sort of agreement for the next 2 weeks, I'm not even sure if I like the donkey hole. I need to change that name. I'm not even sure if I like the bag of Doritos. But PogChamp, he can really dirty your controller. He works expertly, using teeth and tongue to bring me right to the brink. All the while he grips my thighs, giving me the lashing of pain I crave. It's rough and dirty, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I curse his entire family lineage. I curse the people he worked for. I curse my mother.
I'm close.
Again. Why the fuck does Katee Roberts use the phrase, I curse? Like, as if he hasn't said the word fuck 400 times in the past 2 pages. He curses. He's uttered something so significant, Katee Roberts couldn't even describe what he's begun to say. Couldn't put it into words. I think you could put it into words, Katee Roberts. You just can't use the word fuck again, because you've just used it a second ago. Exactly, Mopey. Exactly. It fucking kills me. It's like, I understand that when you're writing a book about smut, there's only so many words in the dictionary you can pull from. Like, and Future Samurai, please cut this out, because this is gonna fucking hurt a lot of the innocent ears for people that are watching this in the future that don't understand what kind of book this is that I'm reading. But you can only use the word penis and vagina so many times, and all the different contexts for those different words so many times before you start using repetition. And it really fucking pulls me out of it when I'm just reading the same shit over and over and over again. And it's like, yep, they're fucking. He's used the word fuck. He's fucking. There they fuck. he's sucking and fucking, and like like you could use the word like, you know, blowjob and things like that, and like hand job and various other like Urban Dictionary words, and you know, like he sits on you reverse cowgirl and shit like that. Like I feel like Katee Roberts uses the dictionary and not the Urban Dictionary, despite the word subby showing up in the Urban Dictionary and not the dictionary. If her repertoire did expand to words that aren't actually English words that, you know, don't technically have a real fucking meaning in the English dictionary, I think this book would be much more colorful and it would be way more fun to read, alright? Because then in every single instance of them gaming together, it would be a bit of a roller coaster because of the different like ways you could describe what they're doing. But in actuality, he's just sucking a cock. And the amount of times that I've had to see the word cock and dick, like, there are so many other colorful words you can use. Like, you don't even have to specifically describe it. If you just used your, like, imagination to paint the world in front of you, like, let's say Katee Roberts used the word eggplant. Alright, man, that would really throw me for a loop. What do you mean eggplant, Katee Roberts? And it's like, oh, I see. Katee Roberts doesn't want to actually explicitly say that he's got a big old fucking cock in his mouth, and instead she wants us to use the word cucumber and use our imagination cells to actually kind of like use the implications that are in the book to paint a picture of what's actually happening. And I kind of would prefer that as opposed to like, yeah, he's got a fucking cock in his mouth. All right, like, okay, I get that. Move on. Next question, please. Like that's kind of where the when you're using the same words over and over again, it kind of gets a little boring after a while. And I mean, not to diss Katee Roberts, because I know this is a thing a lot of fanfic writers can kind of do, but it does kind of drag on for a little bit. And like, he said in this way before, you've already done this before. Like, I literally read the whatchamacallit, Learn My Lesson, and granted, in that book it was like, wow, because I've never read a book like that before. Now that I have read a book like that before, and I can sort of see what I'm getting into now, it hits different the second time around, and it's kind of just the same motions again. So granted, yeah, the context is different. They're in a bathroom, sure. He's on his knees. He's a big man, all right? Fucking Beast has got the growly, deep voice, all right? It's a different context, but like, yeah, the setting is different, but the actions are still the same. And I think that's where I'm man, I didn't want this to turn into a book review, but it kind of has. And I'm not one to talk. I'm a fucking gamer, not a reader. Anyway, missed some boss call. Don't worry, Moby, you didn't miss much. I haven't really moved on. This hasn't improved in writing. It's true. It's like, how many times can you write? How many times can you just say that somebody fucked? Like, and still kind of keep it interesting for the reader and still kind of keep it engaging. Because Katee Roberts, according to this little, like, thing, has about fucking, what, 5, 10, 15, like 40 something books to her name, alright? How many times can she realistically write a new scenario without stepping over the boundaries of the previous one? And she can't. No one can, alright? Because she's done it so many times already. So, like, how do you keep it interesting? And the easiest way to keep it interesting as well... Oops, I've accidentally scrolled an extra page. Mubby. The way to keep it interesting is to not keep using the same words, and to keep spicing it up every, like, instance, where maybe, alright, so he is sucking a cock, alright, but can you use something else to imply that he's doing something differently? Like, as the rain, as the bath water from the shower head splashes against his face, he sucks deeply on my member, my male appendage, the thing dangling between my legs, my hard, my very engorged cucumber, my significant eggplant, my fabulous rooster, my prized cock, my whole hog. You know, like, you could keep it very spicy, very interesting for engaging for people to read, but it's the same words. It's the same exact words that have been in every other instance of the fire trucking. All right, it hasn't changed. It is the same shit. So, like, I mean, sure, whatever. All right, moving on. But the main reason I derived for that is because he uses the words "I curse," or sorry, Katee Roberts as the author uses the words "I curse," when in actuality you could just say "fuck." Like, you can't say that because one paragraph ago he just said "fuck," so he can't say "I curse" and then "fuck." No. So I like that her solution is he says really mean words. Like, he's been saying mean words. He's done nothing but say mean words. Like, so every time when Katee Roberts is like, "I curse," I'm immediately, my brain heads to, all right, so it's something absolutely obscene. Maybe he's really placing a curse on Beast. Maybe this is actually like ye olden folklore cursing. Like, there's some kind of spell being laid out here, all right? This isn't just like a bad word. This is something that can't be uttered by normal, like, you know, phrases. This isn't something to be found in the English dictionary. It's a curse so foul for this word. But no, in actuality, he's just saying the word "fuck" again, but he can't say the word "fuck" because that's not good writing, all right? Is it? It's not. Because, boy, is Katee Roberts a master wordsmith and can't just use the same fucking word 5 times in the same sentence, when boy howdy, she absolutely sure fucking can, because she just used the word "fuck" and "fuck" before, again. But no. Anyway. Maybe cursing is just something people do when they're about to fucking splooge the mozzarella cheese all over their fucking gamer controllers. I don't know. I curse.
I'm close.
He releases my thighs long enough to take my hands and place them on either side of his head. A single look, and I know exactly what he wants. I rasp out a laugh.
Why trust you top to bottom, you gamer?
His hands go back to my... Sorry, did he say that?
I trust you top to bottom, you gamer.
His hands go back to my thighs, and then I'm gaming in his mouth. In rough, ragged strokes. So close. I want to make this last, and I don't want to make this last, but I want to make this last, and I don't want to make this last, but if I make this last, it won't last. Sorry, it's another one of those instances where Katee Robert said it's gonna last and it's not gonna last in the same fucking sentence. It's not forever. It's just an exchange of pleasure. That's all. That's all it can ever be with us. We have too much bullpoop between us. Who knows? Maybe this will be the clean slate we could never figure out how to create. I come to the house with a curse. Oh, what do you mean with a curse? What do you mean, Katee Roberts? What do you mean with a curse? What do you mean? Please elaborate. Why not just put quotations, "I come, fuck," and then watch as he drinks me down? Like, why not just fucking, like, why not just keep that, like, there? Oh my god. Here's my iteration. I open the bottle of Mountain Dew with a tss, and watch as he drinks it down. Beast keeps sucking the bottle of Mountain Dew in slow pulls, and until I gently shove him off my bottle.
Enough, you fucking gamer.
Beast licks his lips clean of the Mountain Dew.
One last question, and answer it honestly.
I already know I'm not going to like this, just like I recognize that I've gone too far to change my mind now. He gamed with my donkey last night. We've both given each other, bottles of Mountain Dew this morning. This roller coaster has reached its peak, and we're half a breath from freefall.
Yeah?
Are you furious at Isabell for wanting to play the part of our dirty little pogchamp? Or are you furious at yourself for wanting it too?
I can't take a step back because of the wall, and he's kneeling in my path of the shower. I know without a shadow of a doubt that he planned things this way.
You're such a gamer.
Yes, one of the best gamers around. Did you see my high score in Donkey Kong on the arcade machine? I was the best.
He gives my thighs one last squeeze and draws his middle finger along my controller, pressing all the buttons in the Konami code.
Answer my question.
Both. Sorry, both.
I shudder out of breath when he cups my joysticks.
I'm angry about both.
I simultaneously want to slap his hands away and demand that he never stop touching me.
I don't understand why you're not pissed about it.
Life is too short, too uncertain to deny yourself what you want.
He plays his fingers up the underside of my controller, trying to flick the triggers, if you know what I mean, and then grips me just behind the head of my controller, which is strange there's a head on there. Oh, I mean the home button, sorry, the home button on my controller. All controllers need a fucking home button nowadays. Back in my day. Alright. It's still not enough to do more than tease. Not enough when I released my Mountain Dew so hard because I shook the bottle. But it feels so goddamn good, like a gamer should. Beast just leans forward and bites my thighs, just inside of where I can feel his fingerprints on me, and I can't help but thrusting against his grip. His dark chuckle fills the space around us.
Sometimes those wires get crossed.
like, you know, the charging cables? Those wires in your controllers? Those get crossed? I'm sorry. I can't take this book seriously anymore, man. It's like, it's becoming self-aware. The impersonal stuff outside of the lemon. Holy fuck. I'm getting kind of sleepy here. Hang on. There's only like 2 pages left of the chapter. I'm fucking... You were taking it, Southbridge. Man, I would love to read a book like that. If there is a fanfic out there that, you know, supplements words for other words that also kind of mean the same, like, innuendo, I would love to read that. I really, really would. Because just like, I feel like these words are a little too out of place, but they also kind of fit in some weird sense. Anyway,
sometimes those charging cables get crossed. Even though he did say the word wires, I'm still going to use the word charging cables. But I know what I want now.
Then he releases me and pushes me to his feet. Sorry. Then he releases me and pushes to his feet. If I wasn't already bracing against the wall of the shower, I might have fallen, and I probably could not have gotten up. As it is, I'm left blinking and disorientated. Maybe that's why I tell him the truth.
It hurts. Even when it feels good, it hurts. And I don't like getting gamer rage, Beast. It really does me in.
He doesn't ask for clarification, but then, out of everyone else in the city, Beast is the one person who might actually understand what I'm saying.
If we don't deal with it, then the three of us will rip the entire territory apart.
Leaving is no longer an option. I don't know if it ever was. I finally nod.
Okay, I'm in.
Trust me to be your guide today.
I finally get my balance enough to push off the wall and look at him. He walks out of the shower and grabs 2 towels. It's weird as poop. What's weird as poop? Him grabbing 2 towels? Yeah, why the fuck's he need 2 towels? But the alternative is standing here out of spite, so I turn off the shower and accept the second towel. Right. When he says shower at me, what he's offering, I shouldn't agree to it. I understand that engaging in what is the equivalent of a prolonged scene is just kink. But I know myself, and I'm not certain I can keep up the necessary barriers to walk out the other side of this unharmed, when Isabell is invariably twice, by the way, in the same chapter, chooses Beast. And that's without submitting to this man in the mix. I still find myself nodding.
Could I?
Beast gives me a little smile, like he finds my qualifying terms cute, like a kawaii ui Thank you, Gaming Turtle. Oh, I don't know if you should watch this at school. It could be a little Monka S, but for any Pog champs that might be listening in. You were taking it seriously before? Yeah, in the first book I was, Moby. In the first book I was like, alright, I could get into this. And then I realized it's the same shit in this book, so I don't know. Headphones on? That's a wise choice. That's a very wise choice. Anyway, he opens the door and glances out of the room.
Get dressed, Gaeton. Something nice you'd wear to the old man's house.
His brows lower for the barest moment.
I need to have some of my poop brought here. I keep it in many jars, Gaeton, and I need it here right now.
He disappears into my bedroom, and I follow more slowly, already bracing for seeing Isabell. She's not there. Guilt pricks me, and no amount of telling myself that I'm balancing the scales makes it disappear. I dress quickly, pulling on a pair of black slacks and a dark red button down. After the slightest hesitation, I slip on socks and shoes too. Would be very unwise to leave without those. They're Velcro slip-ons, so I don't have to do up the laces. I was never very good at them. My mother always did it when I was going to primary school. And now that I'm an adult, I still can't tie my laces, so I have to use Velcro shoes. Holy shit, the narrator went on a bit of a tangent there. I'm sorry, he just put on some regular ass fucking shoes. Beast is setting a specific kind of stage, so it pays to be thorough. For this part, he makes a quick call and then frowns down at his discarded clothes. It would figure that Beast is one of those people who can't stand wearing clothes more than once. I consider him. He'd be swimming in any one of my slacks and shirts.
Hold on!
What the fuck was that voice? I dig through my closet to come up with a pair of lounge pants that I bought on a whim, and promptly shrank in the wash, because I don't know how to wash my clothes either. My mother always did it for me. He raises his eyebrows when I toss them to him, but pulls them on without a word, as though he thought they would fit him, but they really don't. They're still big, hanging low on his hips despite him tightening them tightly. Sorry, I had a bit of a fucking stroke. Despite him tying them tightly. That makes more sense, narrator. Good job. You get a gold star. Not quite the look he's going for, but it's a look that I can appreciate, unlike these other pompous... Sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. He glances at the door, but makes no move to open it.
Sit at the head of the table and wait.
I can see where he's going with this. I thought you just said he can't see where he's going. Hold on. Who said they can't see where they're going with this? Was it me? Did I say that? What's the talk of poop? Because I can't use the S word, alright? I can't use the S word. It's a bad word. It's almost as bad as cursing. Anyway. I can see where he's going with this, but part of me still wants to dig in my heels. Wait, did Beast say that? He did.
Sit at the head of the table and wait.
You know this won't make it right.
Do I know that?
Another ghost of a smile.
Go sit at the head of the table, Gaeton. Let's restart your day. You know, because you've got a 1-up. I'm ready to press restart on your bloody console there, Gaeton.
In the end, there's nothing to do but obey. I agree to this. Both the original LAN party and the one that includes Beast's controller at my disposal. And boy, do I like his new controller. It's fancy, almost gold-plated, but still the same plastic knockoff that you get from EB Games. Maybe tomorrow I'll be in the mood to fight him, but right now, I'm so tired like a gamer. Letting him call the shots is exactly what I need, even though I don't want to admit as much to him. Looking into those sharp blue eyes, I'd realize I don't have to admit poop. He understands. PogChamp. Maybe he always has. How many chapters left? A fuckload. Fuckload. We're getting close to halfway though. I don't know how to grapple with that knowledge, so I put away and follow Beast out of the room. Isabell sits on the couch, wrapped in one of the thick blankets I had stashed in the coffee chest table, and staring out the window, like a weird sort of ambiguous gamer. She doesn't look over as we approach, which is just as well. I was a controller earlier. Man, that word is also very versatile, isn't it? I can't... Man, I was a gamer earlier. I humiliated her, and then we left hanging, as if it was part of the plan. That'd be one thing, but I can't pretend it was. I wanted to hurt her, and so I did. And... a gamer move in a normal relationship. Don't take that out of context, it really isn't. Is it? Wait, in a normal relationship? What? Damn near unforgivable when she's entrusting her life the way it is. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Oh, yeah, no. It's just because I used the word gamer. Don't use the word gamer there. I make one step toward her when Beast catches my eye and gives me the slightest shake of his head. Right, follow his command. I stalk past the couch and nudge out of the chair with my foot. I throw myself onto the chair and slouch there like a gamer would, and wait. I can't read anymore. That's the end of the chapter. It's now into chapter 12. That's my plan exactly, Gaming Turtle. I like adding nonsensical bullshit to the fucking book by using words like gamer and Doritos. Just because. What is this apartment? It's so apparently. Let me put this in and close the book so I can talk with my hands like an Italian. So apparently, the context so far is Isabell went to the underworld from the first book that I read, where Hades has a big old gamer club where all the sickest gamers in town get to hang out for free of charge without infringing on other people's gamer rights. That's where she decided to make a pact with two men that she has previously dated in the past but hasn't seen for over a year, because she needs them back in her life and wants to make an exchange so that they can defend her, you know, home, I guess, for lack of a better term, from an invasion of another hostile force, probably insisting on gang violence. So she decides to enter a LAN party with the two gamers, alright? They have a bit of a gaming session while in the club, alright? They then decide to take the scene elsewhere. So they move back to one of the gamers' apartments, alright? Because it's just close by, I guess. And he's renting out a very fancy apartment, not quite a penthouse, but almost close to that point. And he's got all of his fucking gaming consoles there, so they just had a fucking big old gaming sesh, another big old LAN party. Alright, yeah, internet cafe, exactly, Mopey. Alright, they busted out their phones, got on their little Wi-Fi routers and shit, had their little, like, gaming sesh. Alright, they then slept the night, presumably. Don't actually know what time they woke up, because I don't think it specified a time. This is why I like the Sonic Ultimate Harem, because it specifies exactly how long each interaction with a gamer takes. Alright. Anyway, they actually laid out the floor plan, by the way, Mopey. They did. They said, like, alright, here's the kitchen, here's the bedroom, down the hall's the bathroom, alright. You know, they had the whole shebang, alright. Anyway, they gamed all fucking night. They couldn't sleep. They were even gaming in their sleep, alright, which that's a pretty Monka-esque kind of thing to do. They had a little gaming session in the shower, which, be careful when you bring electronics into the shower, alright? You wouldn't want them to short circuit, alright? They came out of the shower, and now they're planning to I guess, head back to the old man, which is Isabell's dad or whatever, and they're going to tell him all about their fucking game-a-thon that they're having. Their big old LAN party that they got going on. Their sisters, at least one of them, is well aware that she's been gaming, because she can see all the gamer sweat dripping from her fucking spores. So yeah, nah, she's covered in like Dorito dust and shit, and she's dripping with fucking Mountain Dew. So, you know, that's the plot so far. Hope you've been following. Now, what I need to get better at is so what I'm able to do is read a word and gloss over it with a different word. I can do that fine. What I need to get better at is like coming up to a phrase or sentence or some form of word, and then rechanging that and restructuring it to make sense into this new headcanon. All right. Which is hard to do without rereading or pre-reading in advance. But I'm sure if I keep training myself to the point where I can just rewrite the story in my head, I'll feel so accomplished with myself. Like, I will feel like a new person if I could just read a book and then completely change, like, key moments of the book to make different sense. Because I now like the headcanon that they're all just gamers, and they're all gaming on their game consoles with their big meaty controllers, and, you know, getting Doritos and Mountain Dew all over the shop. I like that. I like that a lot more than what Katee Roberts has written, because Katee Roberts has written the same fucking book that she wrote before. Anyway, I'm tired. I'm stressed. That's a quote from Belle I. Don't quote me on that. I just like that when he says that. It's very fucking funny. Anyway, I gotta end. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I need to get my own sort of gamer stuff. So what is that in the picture in the bottom right hand corner? Let's not think about that too much. Anyway,